Hey everyone, it's JoJo and welcome to another Beyblade Burst unboxing and review. This time I have B-65, the Beyblade Super Custom Set Speed version. So very much like the heavy version, it comes with 3 Beyblades. This time it is stamina and defense types. Also comes with a Bay launcher. This is the Speed version Bay launcher. So here on the front of the box we got the familiar logos on the top right, and of course the Beyblade Burst logo right there on the left, and all of the Beyblades that come in this set. So here on the left we have Wild Wyvern IY, and the brand new Beyblade right here, Psychic Phantom PW, and Kaiser Kirbyus DO. And here is the Speed launcher, the Bay launcher. On the right, or excuse me, on the left side of this box we have the dual layer explanation of Psychic Phantom, and just a little overview of the parts. And here we have a detailed overview of all of the parts. So once again, Psychic Phantom polish weight. This is another new disc, part of the dual layer discs. And we have Wild Wyvern Infinity Yielding, Kaiser Kirbyus down orbit. And down here on the right showing you the stats of the Speed launcher. So comparing it to the regular white Bay launcher and the heavy launcher. And it has 2.5 for speed. This one has only 2, and that is only 1.5. And I believe the bottom one is control, and they're all pretty much the same because they're kind of the same shape anyway. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the box. Let's get to the unboxing. So here are all the Beyblades all assembled and with the stickers applied, and the Speed launcher right there in the middle. But before I get to those, let's just go over the instructions. It's pretty much your typical instructions. And the sticker sheet. It is foil like the heavy set version. So they are a little bit difficult to put on, especially the Psychic Phantom one. That was really difficult, so I recommend using like tweezers or something to put those stickers on if you want them to look really, really neat. Alright, so let's start off with Psychic Phantom. So this is one of these stamina types in this set. Here's the layer P2 for Psychic Phantom. The blue and the pink and the blue kind of remind me of Evil or Killer Gemios from Metal Fight. If you remember the two heads kind of swirling around each other, and they're pretty much the same color as well. So we got a head with an eye right there. Pink foil stickers, which really difficult to put on. Almost ripped them as I was taking them off. And the blue head, pretty much the same thing. They're pretty symmetrical. And the P in the middle right there, you can see. And here, around the edges. So it's pretty round. So Psychic Phantom, I'm guessing, is like a ghostly type of figure in the anime. I haven't seen it yet. But actually, I don't even think it's out in the anime yet, or it's been revealed. But anyway, like nice like bumps, smooth around, especially this white part right here, or the clear part. And you got these parts right here a little bit more bumpy for, say, a little bit of a barrage attack, but overall pretty smooth all around. Here's the bottom view. Unfortunately, these teeth are pretty flat. Let me count. I think there's 4 teeth, and they feel very similar to Wild Wyvern, unfortunately. But just guessing on the base, just based on the shape, I think it would be pretty good as another tornado staller. Unlike Chaos, it's not as smooth, but it is pretty round and symmetrical. And I did break my Chaos wheel, as I mentioned in my last video, so we'll have to see how this plays out. Oh, and I didn't even notice that it's pretty wavy. You can see it goes up and down, but not as dramatic as Nova Neptune, so it's only these 2 parts right here. So that's pretty interesting. And we have polish for the disc. So this is new, and the middle part, this orangey gold part, is metal, and the clear black plastic is the clear black part is plastic. So the gimmick of this this disc, it's very smooth and very round. So it's like kind of like yielding, where it's so smooth and round that all the attacks from the opposing bay will just like slide right off or deflect right off, which is that gimmick. So we'll see how that plays out. The thing about the dual layer discs is that they're pretty light. Like the jerk disc was also really light. That was meant to bounce attacks away from Quad Quetzalcoatl. So I don't think it would be very good for like stamina. But we'll see how with this one, because it's really, really round. Really nice. So imagine pairing this with the yielding driver. And we have weight. Originally came with Zillion Zeus. So it's like a metal ball. I really like this driver as well. Not as good as, you know, Revolve. But still really nice. Alright, so that is Psychic Phantom. Can't wait to test this Beyblade out. Alright, next, let's move on to Wild Wyvern IY. Alright, so Wild Wyvern, we got this really nice white, ghostly color. You can barely see it because my background is white. But yeah, really cool. It is what it is. It's Wild Wyvern. Nothing really changed or upgraded in this Beyblade, but really nice recolor. You can see the teeth. And I kind of want to compare it to Psychic Phantom. If I could get that on screen. It is kind of hard to see, but yeah, the teeth are pretty flat on Psychic Phantom. And you could kind of see it for this one, but they do click kind of the same way, the way it feels. So yeah, that is Wild Wyvern. It's a shame that it's not a better, it doesn't have better teeth. And we have Infinity. We have the really nice recolor of this one. It's red. So again, this originally came with Zillion Zeus, and it has the Mobius band, I think it's called. It's curved. So I feel like it would wobble just a little bit in battle. And we have Yielding. So it's got that POM plastic, the really smooth plastic. And I really like this recolor. Black. It's not that weird pink eraser looking color. Alright, so that is Wild Wyvern IW. And last but not least, we have Kaiser Kirbius Down Orbit. Yes. I think out of all of the Beyblades, well, I mean, between Kaiser Kirbius and Wild Wyvern in the set, I think this one is definitely better. So, Kaiser Kirbius, again with the foil stickers, they were pretty hard to put on, these little parts right here. It's a nice color, goldish yellow. It's like it has gold chains around, it's pretty cool. And we have Down. So this one originally came with Unlock Unicorn. And I said before that it does have some stamina potential. A lot of the weight is down. I kind of had like a, I kind of tested this with weight. If I kept all the weight like centered down, maybe it would just like be like a really good defensive type. With a little bit of stamina because the weight driver is metal. A lot of the weight is on the bottom. And we have Orbit! Yes, another Orbit. I love this one. I love the color too, it's black. And this ball in the inside is free spinning. I feel like this one spins better. As you can see. Yeah. Orbit, yes. One of my favorite drivers. Alright, so that is Kaiser Kirbius Down Orbit. Now moving on to the Bay Launcher. So this is the speed version, and when you pull the string, it's really smooth. The gears on the inside are smaller, so there is going to be more rotation in here. And I'll cut to another picture again to show you the inside mechanics of the Bay Launcher. So let's count the rotations. Let's follow this one right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, almost 9. Almost 9. That's really good. I think I said that the heavy one only had, was it 6 or 5? And the The regular white bay launcher had 7 or 7.5, around that. So this has 9. That's pretty awesome. So I would imagine this would actually give you more power than the actual heavy bay launcher. So yeah, and I just noticed that the designs on this are a little bit different. Let me just grab the heavy launcher real quick. You can see that the heavy version has an H right here for heavy. This one kind of like, I guess it's kind of looking like an S right here. And same thing for the handle, it has an S right here. And then the larger handle kind of looks like an H. But yeah, I think this would be better. Although I did hear a lot of people like breaking it because the gears are so small that I think the string gets a little bit tangled, or I don't, it just doesn't hold up very well. So you might want to be very careful with that. Try not to pull too hard. But yeah, but what would be the point of the speed launcher? But yeah, anyway, let's move on to some test spins and battles with Psychic Phantom. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, not bad for a bay launcher. And I'm so used to the regular bay launcher and releasing the handle that this one's going to take a little bit more getting used to because the string is a little bit longer. So it looks like it spins pretty evenly. A little bit of a wobble, I'm guessing from the layer is because it's a little bit wavy, but not by much. So it looks pretty stable. The only issue is the teeth. Test battle time, Wild Wyvern IY versus Psychic Phantom PW. Double burst. They do have the same looking teeth, so I was kind of expecting that. Next, Kaiser Kirby's DO versus Wild Wyvern IY. And Kaiser Kirbyus gets that run. And last test battle, Psychic Phantom versus Kaiser Kirbyus. Psychic Phantom looks really nice when it's spinning, especially with all the foil stickers. It looks like the colors are kind of melting together and making it purple. And that one belongs to Kaiser Kirbyus. So what I could like tell already with this launcher, it's really smooth. Like it doesn't feel like it's grindy or anything. Probably because the gears are smaller. But again, it is a little bit risky because I've heard some people like break it from overuse. So yeah, we'll just have to see in the future how this goes. I really do prefer this set over the heavy version. Overall, it just has better parts, plus the launcher is really good. It's not a disappointment. It works really, really well, and I can really tell the difference in power between this bay launcher and the regular white bay launcher. If you're like me and prefer stamina and defense type combos in your burst Beyblades, then yeah, I think this would be a really good pickup. But don't get me wrong, I do like attack types, but I prefer stationary attack types. And you can use a lot of these parts for stationary attack type Beyblades, especially the drivers. So if you're wondering whether to get the heavy version or the speed version, I would prefer the speed version definitely. But if you're for all-out attack, then yeah, go for the heavy version. So that's about it for my unboxing and review of B-65, the Beyblade Super Custom Set Speed version. What do you guys think about this set? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to favorite and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time with more Beyblade Burst. See you soon.